Unit 7, test review number 10. Number 10 gives us two functions and asks us to state if the given functions are inverses. To do this, we're going to, g of x is going to be red, f of x will be green. In order to compose them, you do g of f of x. So I need to put f of x inside g of x. So to start this, I follow g of x until I get to an x. -1 minus, I get to an x, which means I now need to put in f of x, which is x plus 2 to the 5th minus 3. That's all raised to the 5th. You also can do f of g of x. So this means I'm going to follow f of x until I get to a x, and then I'm going to put in g of x into f of x. Now from here you would simplify. In order to simplify these two expressions, you would first need to multiply x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 2 times x plus 2, and we could spend all doing this, times x plus 2. Unless, of course, you know the pattern. Or we can use our calculator. We can put both functions into y equals there's our first function and our second function. So here's our two functions, and we can graph them. Now in order for them to be functions, they need to be reflected over the line y equals x. It does not appear that they are this way, and we can check it by going to the table. So let's pick a point, do -2, 31. So if one of our points is -2, 31, and this is in g of x, so g of -2 equals 31. In order for f of x to be an inverse, it needs to be backwards. So f of 31 needs to equal -2. So back to my calculator. You can search on the graph or the table. So I'm going to trace 31. Enter the table. Go down to 31. And it should be, well, that doesn't work. It's not the right thing. So therefore they are not inverses. This doesn't equal -2, and so therefore they're not inverses.